Welcome back to the Death Laboratory. Hopefully that started recording on time. Oh, the joys of being a super professional with all the money per awesome YouTube creator. Sometimes it doesn't say I'm recording till like 5 or 6 seconds after I click it. Anyway, thank you all very much for coming to watch. And let's give our props to Quinn. Quinn is just about to land. The best rocket pilot I've ever had. 2 trips. We found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets, and the tear, and Fullerene, and Fullerene. The only thing Quinn didn't find is tungsten. Great freaking job. So, absolutely amazing. Hopefully I can, that one looks to be closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So anyway, this one is one closer. I don't know if it'll matter. Over here, we got the sleep wheat all planted. I got the bristle blossom farm going. There's a grub egg in there, which hopefully will hatch. We got some petroleum generators going, running off the ethanol, but I am gonna run out. And so my thinking is, I want to get a source of natural gas. I want to make a sour gas boiler. And I've got an interesting idea on how to do it. And perfect, that pipe is empty. So if I do that, yeah, that should work. Oh, I don't want to do this because I want to deconstruct the oxygen on this side. Yeah, let's do that, and then hopefully that pipe will naturally empty itself. I want a sour gas boiler. I've got magma, I've got minor volcanoes, I've got all sorts of good stuff. And there's an exploit that I've been wanting to play around with. In full disclosure, I have been playing around with it in my test map. Haven't quite gotten it to work, but I have an idea on something I can do to get it to work. So which one's better? Actually, I don't really need to use the volcano. There's more than enough magma down here. I just need to make sure I seal off an area. So that is today's goal. We're gonna try to get all that prepped. These don't need to be insulated. I just want tiles. I just want to make sure that if anything up there happens, it does not impact what I'm doing. And I already have a nice little water lock right there I can use. And then I can pump out that whole area. Awesome. We'll wait for Quinn to land. Should be any second. Oh, never mind. I told him to go into orbit. That's why you haven't landed. And let's just leave all your food on the table. And liquid oxygen-wise, I should be good. Now, it hasn't quite cooled down, so I'm still condensing, so it's not quite at the level where I want, but I can just do that. Every once in a while, run a little bit. I don't plan on having them take off for a while because I want to focus on fixing power. Perfect, water lock. Let's get some pumps. And I need power down here. Yeah, so let me get the power going. And then, yeah, I've got an idea. And I've got a smooth hatch. You go very well with my airplanes. Thanks for coming. Other thing I can do is I can auto sweep. At the same time, sweep all this over to the left. Let's get a bunch of auto sweepers going. Right? I'm there. I'm hitting this spot. Yep, spot next to it. Yeah, and you hit, right? Oh, no, that's... You need to go for one more. There we go. We'll get all those queued up, too. It was just nothing quite like when you get to, yeah, kind of the later game when you just have awesome dupes running around doing everything. And I was wondering why this one keeps stopping. My dupes are coming to deliver to this. Because I've got it set to almost everything. So for some reason, they think they should bring stuff here. But this one's already done. So yeah, I think this is tall enough. So the idea of this exploit, and I can probably just build part of it over here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. And sure. And let's see, I need a timing sensor. And some power. Now keep the good cleanup bit going. Oh good, they got this done. So the idea behind this exploit is doors transfer heat one tile at a time. So this tile only interacts with the bottom half of the door. This temp shift plate only interacts with the top half of the door and the bottom half of that door. So if you can get this timing right, and it needs to be fast, and I can't seem to get the timing on my computer correct. Let me try to slow it down. So you can see, like, yeah, it's coming across that like, my computer's skipping every other one. What you want, see if I can't pause it right. Yeah, I can't quite get it right. So that moment where the little lock appears, if you can get that to stick, so it just keeps making that lock-unlock noise. And let's see, let's try high-speed mode. I can sometimes get it like this. Yeah, like that. If you can get it to do this, where it's doing that lock-unlock, then the game doesn't change the temperature of this tile. If this tile is warm and this tile is cold, it will keep sucking cold out of this tile without changing the temperature. So it's a pretty neat exploit if you can get the timing right. On my computer, I futzed around with it and I just can't. But what I did find out is I can kind of use this exploit to multiply cooling. So that's what we're going to go for. That's what we're going to build over here, is a couple of thermoregulators that magically cool themselves and everything else. Ooh, free bristleberry. Heck yeah, you're coming over here. So I want to see if I can run a sour gas condenser off of a couple of thermoregulators that are actually cooling themselves. So we'll clean out an area, we'll build some stuff and see what we come up with. And sweepers can move a lot of stuff, but it still takes a while. Luckily we're still waiting on getting the gas the rest of the way down. But we're down the milligrams. Shouldn't be too much longer. I did have to rebuild these out of steel because they were overheating. The copper overheated too quick, but now they're out of steel. They should make it. And we're on to the last one. And that's all the sweeping done. And my air pressure in here is micrograms, so I can start cracking all this open. So I want a hot side over here, so I'm gonna need to come down and blueprint that out. So what if I just do it? I need to be in contact with the magma. Well, let's just get my dupes down there. If I drop some granite into magma, that's not going to be a huge deal. As long as my dupes don't fall in there. None of that's... yeah, it's all super micrograms. Alright, and we'll dump the abyss light in there. Yeah, heat's not transferring at all, so I am good. So if I do the hot side over here, then I can... yeah, I might as well loop around to a cool side. I'm going to try to make it efficient. But this is just going to get a little bit wacky. Yeah, if I just do steel tiles with a door on top. And now we can get the pumps out of here. It's all nice and in a vacuum. Yeah, I should have enough room. But why are you in there? If you weren't in there, you wouldn't make a mess. Freaking dupes sometimes. I thought I had this. It is set to grounded. There was no reason for you to be in there. There, run away. Ugh, dupes. I'm gonna put a bit of magma on top of here, but that shouldn't be a problem. Everything out of steel. Steel door. Steel automation. And temperature and power. And of course, the one dupe without a suit decided to run into the vacuum. Luckily, it's not hot in here yet. Please don't breathe out. Every time. Well, that is essentially the hot side prepped and ready to go. This is not stupid hot. That's good. Alright, so now let me queue up the way the other bit's gonna work. Let's try and decide how I want it shaped. I guess top and bottom don't matter. I'm gonna have the sour gas go up, flip over, and come down, and then have the cool side down here. I think this is what it's gonna look like. I'm not sure if you need these blocks on the side. I'll put them in. If I gotta take them out, I'll take them out. Why do you not have a suit on yet? You get out of here. You come all the way over there. Just think because you went and peed in a spaceship, you're allowed to run around without a suit on. Crazy talk. Alright, and I need lots more doors. I'm going to use up a whole lot of my steel doing this. So amazingly enough, these two thermoregulators cooling down a block up here should themselves get cold. That shouldn't happen, but that's the exploit that I'm going to use. I won't get infinite cooling. If I could get the doors to do their magic thing, then maybe. But this actually does produce cold. And we need that, and automation, and a couple of switches so that we can turn the whole thing on and off. And let it get down to temperature. Alright, dupes, get building. I haven't even been paying attention over here, but the grub got born. The bristle blossoms are growing. It's gonna tend and do whatever it does. I was gonna try to get some Sweetles over there. Still haven't seen any Sweetle eggs. Do have some melting polluted ice. But yeah, we're already up to self-sustaining berry sludge. 100... Wrong one, there we go. 75,000. Yeah. That should do it for quite some time. I'm just worried about power. These projects always take just a lot of real time to do. We're just about there on the cold side. I just gotta get my dupes to make it all. I decided to put this up here. I'll put a airflow tile underneath, so that way any natural gas up there gets eaten by the liquid coming out. And I'd assume they'd pick that up, but it's best just to force the issue. Get this sealed in, then I can start pumping in hydrogen. And I think that is all the gas piping. So let's follow that all the way back up to here. That's going to screw some stuff up. I definitely want to fill up the oxygen system first. Yeah, it should be fine. Famous last words, right? Looks like the hydrogen loops are nice and full. So let's get rid of the bridge. Then I can start filling this up, and I want to get the full 20 kilos into here. I just realized my hot side is not going to work like that. Because the heat source is way down here. How do I flash this? Oops. Well, we'll just make this one. We'll force it through that one tile. Bit of cleanup. It'll be fine. At least I realized it before I sealed everything in. That is all the hydrogen in. We're up to 20 kilos. So I got 20 kilos of hydrogen, temp shift plates across the whole back for maximum mass. And that's what I'm looking for in here, is the most mass I could cram in without flooding these because they don't like being in water. Seal that in, and then I can start the doors moving. Alright, I think I'm ready to start this up. This plumbing will eventually get finished. That will get some oil. Oil comes in here at 1 kilo, dumps down, flashes. This stuff comes back. The important thing is over here. I want to set these to, if you're above, negative 220. So now these run, these produce heat. You can see it's 28 degrees in here, and that should go up as the temperature in these pipes goes down. You can see that one's coming down. That one's coming down. Oh, well and good. Temperature in here is up to 29. We're going to wait for this to get up to about 30 just so we can really see this exploit. So, this side's coming down. I just want a good temperature gradient between these two. You see this side's coming down pretty quick. Maybe I'll wait for it to get up to like 40. Anyway, I'm going to let this run for a bit just to make the cold side cold and the hot side hot. Well, there we go. Now it's pretty darn obvious. This side is cold, -5. This side's up to 37. Now going to adjust the timing. And we're going to start with 0.3 and 0.8. Again, I couldn't get the timing to work correctly for the actual exploit. You want to try to keep the doors latching and unlatching. That didn't work for me. But now, if I get these clicking real quick, what we'll see is this side should start cooling down if I did this correctly. Wondering why my dupes were idle over here. I forgot to hook up the pipe. I was burning off ethanol from this side. There we go. That should make these dupes just a bit happier. I'm filtering the ethanol because a whole bunch of various stuff got mixed in. And over on the exploit, I'm currently waiting for it to cool down. I think I've got to get it all the way down to where I want it first. But this is my first time trying it in a real game. I was only trying it in kind of debug mode before. So, yeah, we'll see what happens once it gets down in temperature. Well, I step away from the game and I might have found a different bug. These doors have been open. But somehow these doors are exchanging temperature. And these doors aren't. Like, I came back and I'm like, how is this side cool? I haven't been running the doors. Yeah, sometimes I wonder about this game. What if I turn you on? Okay, now it's not. So let's do this one. Yeah, my timing's all sorts off. Okay, but that fixed these doors. I was like moving ladders. Okay, now the doors aren't messing with me. Let this run. We'll be back in a bit. Alright, now it's time for a proper test. I'm going to start with just one set of doors. These are both down to negative 220. So let's set you to... it's really tough to get the points in there. 0.2 and... or 0.3 and 0.7. Yeah, see, that's coming... That is not how it was working before. Ah, the problem with exploits, sometimes they don't work quite the way you want them to. Maybe faster or slower? I wonder if I need these two blocks. And I think I need temp shift plates here. Why can't you get to... Oh, because my doors keep closing. Alright, I'm going to play around with this some more, but just to show you what I'm talking about and that I'm not completely crazy, let me pause you and switch over to my testing map. So here we are in my testing map, and I wonder if, like, direction matters. You see, this is at negative 170. Down here it's 197. And we're injecting heat over here. And I don't have a temp shift plate down there. That's a little bit different. I mean, I'm not sure if this is perfect. This is why I went with 2 thermal regulators, but... it's kind of working. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to mess around with it, and we'll see in the next episode whether or not I get it to work, or if I just got to go mine some supercoolant. I thought it was worth a shot. There are definitely some videos of people doing it, but it really has something to do with the timing. Like if I go into ultra mode, it then works. You can see this going click, click, click. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for putting up with me attempting an exploit. And yeah, we'll find out in the next episode whether or not it worked or if I just got to go back to my normal excess power sour gas boiler ways. I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.